You can take cuttings from almost any kind of perennial, but different perennials have different types of growth. What we're doing at the moment is what's called softwood cutting, and so that's things that have soft stems. So what I'm going to do is cut at this point here, that's just above the leaf join. Then this plant, the mother plant, will keep on growing. So I'm going to cut there, like that. Whoops. There we go. And that's then going to be our cutting for propagation.
Hi Mark.
Oh, good lord.
You're working hard.
Okay, shall I tell you what the next bit while we've got... Okay.
Yes.
We've got a jam jar of water and we're going to put all the little cuttings into there while we prepare the compost. Like so. They're just 9cm pots with sowing and cutting compost. That's what we're going to put our cuttings into. Alright, that's the cutting we've taken off the plant. We cut it just above a leaf node, and we're now going to make our cutting by cutting just below the leaf node here, because that's the point at which the growth hormones are concentrated in the plant stem, and that is where you're going to produce the root. So what we're going to do then to prepare this cutting, we're going to snip pretty close to that growing point there, so like that. We're then going to take that off, and that there is the growing tip where the roots should grow from. So put that back in water for the moment and do the same with all the other cuttings that we've taken from the plants. So that's a growing point, go for it. Snip it off, lovely. Bring it out, okay, and you've actually got the leaves very close, but it looks like we've got a point there. You see, that's where a leaf has come out. Okay, just there, so we can use that as our growing point. What you need to do now is snip off those lower leaves. The lower leaves come off because otherwise, I think it'll be okay. Otherwise what can happen is the lower leaves are on the moist soil and there's always a risk that they will rot. The great thing about the rooting powder is that it stimulates the plants to create the roots very quickly, and then there's less chance that the little cutting will rot, and it means that you get a stronger plant. So what we need to have done first is have our cuttings in water, and then what we do is we dip the base of the cutting into the powder and then just tap off the excess. So that we can prepare the hole for the cutting, you take anything. This is the top of my hormone rooting pot, but it could be a stick, and you're just going to do dibbing, as it's known. 1, just making a little nice little hole. 2 and 3, and that's where we're going to put the cuttings with the hormone rooting powder. Would you like to dib?
Hello, how are you?
And a pot this size, 3 dibs?
This is a 9cm pot, so 3 will be fine. And on the edge, because it keeps it from getting too much moisture around it.
Okay.
It's always a bit of a balance.
So then presumably the roots grow into the centre.
And the roots will grow into the centre. You're really good at it.
This one, that, this
Anything
one.
you like.
Yeah, you can do it on that one.
This one.
Just 3, that's it.
One,
Yeah, push it right in.
here.
Yeah. Who else is for a dib? Anyway, here we go. Here's our cutting. That's our growing tip, we hope. That's where we've cut it. That was the leaf. We hope it's going to be a root. It's been in water. We now dip it in hormone rooting powder, tap it off, all right, and that then just goes in there, like so. Trying to make sure the leaves don't go against the soil. Yeah, water over the tray.
What about that one?
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, we let them drain. Let them drain a bit. That's it. And then into the propagator. Just let them drain a bit. That's it. Yeah, drain them off. If you keep them with the propagator top on, then that makes the moisture, it retains the moisture. Go. In we go.
Tuck them in.
Tuck them all in.
There we are.
Yay! And that then
How
goes.
many people does
That
it take to
goes
put a
in the
lid on?
greenhouse. Yeah, exactly. That goes in the greenhouse. Yeah, keep on the moisture.
Okay, Marlene, thank you.